The graphic novel Batman: The Black Mirror is a near-perfect noir version of the classic Batman storyline. The Black Mirror's use of dark color, detailed panel structure, and social commentary cements the novel as one of the greatest ever. The Black Mirror's use of dark color allows it to manipulate time and show the violent nature of the storyline. Shades of purple, blue, orange, red, and yellow are common throughout the panels. These colors show, along with the violent art style, how brutally violent the storyline really is. As color changes, so does the time of the event that is taking place or the perspective from which it is been taken. Entire pages can be under the same color scheme, signifying that they take place during the same time period. However, that's not true for the entire comic. Many pages split the color up panel by panel, representing that each panel shows a different period in time. Many pages can be seen where this occurs, jumping from one time period to another, back and forth until the end of the page. During this example, the panels can be seen switching from a yellow shade to a blue shade, signifying the flashback that the commissioner is having. In this flashback, the commissioner is yelling at his son for the first violent action he has seen him commit. In the present time, the commissioner is interrogating his son on the belief that he is a murderer. The color shows that the events are similar but have been taking place at different times throughout the commissioner's life. This use of color allows the reader to comprehend the plot among the panel structure's claustrophobic style. The panel structure is very unique in the Black Mirror because it does not use a 3x3 traditional format. The Black Mirror uses multiple panels on top of a background picture to create panels that instruct the reader where to look. These panels typically read from top to bottom, leading the reader to the larger background picture, which is the final image that the reader must analyze before the page is complete. The layout of the panels is purposely meant to confuse the reader and not be able to be read in an easy fashion. The panels are supposed to represent the chaos that is taking place within the story and how the characters themselves are feeling. For example, in a panel that represents a scene of excitement, they will be more scattered and harder to follow. The last thing that this comic does phenomenally well in order to make the claim as one of the greatest ever graphic novels is the social commentary on mental health. Towards the end of the graphic novel, the reader gets an inside look to the mind of the character deemed as a psychopath. Author Scott Snyder goes in depth on how the twisted mind of the psychopath is far from the reality of the everyday person. Through the character of James, the commissioner's son, Snyder is able to perfectly capture the violent nature of a psychopath. With messages of heartless hatreds towards oneself and the need to kill, Schneider breaks down the mind of the killer perfectly and allows the reader to understand the logic behind James's decisions. For a man whose home is the darkness and whose desire is to be a living nightmare, Schneider's Gotham seems to be the perfect place to call home. Some of the last words of James's broken mind are that his people, psychopaths, are superior to normal people. This leaves the reader thinking and questioning everything they have learned about Batman up to this point. This incredible use of dark, violent, confusing panels to share the message of serious mental health is the main cause for the high praise this graphic novel receives. Without all of these aspects present, this graphic novel may not have been regarded as one of the best to have been ever written. But since they do include it, It will go down as one of the best graphic novels ever written.